Inside a $90 million penthouse near the clouds, luxury glasses are clinking, but the water inside them is sloshing back and forth. On a windy day, the elite residents living at the top of America's tallest towers can actually watch their walls move, hearing the terrifying groan of shifting concrete and squeaking elevator shafts. Building a skyscraper for offices is easy, but engineering an ultra-luxury home a third of a mile in the air is a psychological nightmare. If a building sways just a few inches too far, the wealthiest people on Earth get violently seasick inside their own living rooms. To solve this, one tower on our list installed an 800-ton steel weight that acts as a pendulum to fight the wind. But the absolute #1 building on our countdown used a far more dangerous mechanical gamble. They built a massive 28-foot cantilever that hangs completely over an adjacent historic art academy, risking structural disaster to give billionaires a perfect view. Let us look at how architects conquered physics, counting down the 10 tallest residential giants in the country. Before we begin, it is important to understand how these towers are officially classified to separate true residential giants from mixed-use skyscrapers that sit on top of massive corporate offices or hotels. We are utilizing the strict global ranking standard established by the Council on Vertical Urbanism, previously known as the Council on Tall Buildings and Urban Habitat. According to this official rule, a skyscraper is only categorized as a pure residential tower if 85% or more of its total floor area is dedicated exclusively to housing. This means corporate landmarks like the Trump International Hotel and Tower or the St. Regis Chicago are completely excluded from our list, allowing us to focus entirely on the engineering marvels of the world's slenders, hyper-focused residential monuments. Number 10. Our countdown begins in the historic Nomad district of Manhattan, where a 62-story tower breaks all the traditional rules of neighborhood architecture. This is Madison House, a striking residential skyscraper that reaches an architectural height of 805 feet. Designed by Handel architects, the tower features a highly unique T-shaped footprint that allowed engineers to create columnless corner windows for every single apartment. But the real genius human story here is how developers solve the problem of a crowded urban view. The residential units do not even begin until you are 150 feet above street level. By raising the entire living population above the plateau of the surrounding historic buildings, engineers guaranteed that even the lowest residents enjoy completely unobstructed views of the breathtaking Manhattan skyline. Leaving behind the elevated views of Nomad, we slide down to the edge of the East River, where a massive waterfront colossus commands the shoreline. Number 9. This is One Manhattan Square, an 80-story residential giant standing at 847 feet in the Two Bridges neighborhood. Developed by Extel Development Company, this waterfront skyscraper is an absolute city within a city, packing 815 luxury condominiums into its glass-clad frame. Instead of just dry dimensions, the true wow factor lies in its unbelievable scale of amenities. Residents have access to expansive recreational spaces, including a private bowling alley, squash courts, a full basketball court, and one of the largest private gardens in all of New York City. Furthermore, to balance this massive concentration of luxury wealth and meet strict community zoning requirements, the developer had to build a separate 13-story affordable housing building right on the exact same footprint to support local families. Leaving this massive playground by the river, our journey takes us north to an exclusive enclave where a tower had to fight a literal neighborhood war just to exist. Number 8. Rising to 850 feet in the classic Sutton Place neighborhood of Manhattan is Sutton Tower. Designed by Thomas Jewel Hansen, this 65-story landmark is completely clad in beautiful Bavarian limestone, giving it a striking decagonal footprint where all 120 ultra-luxury units are premium corner residences. However, its path to the sky was defined by a fierce, years-long zoning battle with passionate local residents who desperately wanted to stop Supertall development in their neighborhood. The community pushback was so intense that it resulted in a major 10-block rezoning, forcing a mandatory tower on a base configuration. This strict engineering requirement meant that developers had to compress nearly half of the entire structural mass of the building below 150 feet. Moving away from the dense local battles of Manhattan, we leave New York entirely and travel west to the historic birthplace of the skyscraper itself. Number 7. Welcome to Chicago, where the skyline has evolved from the corporate office towers of the 20th century into a new era of high-rise rentals. Standing at 896 feet with 76 stories is NEMA Chicago, located at 1210 South Indiana Avenue. Designed by the legendary architect Raphael Vignoli, this structure holds the proud crown of being the tallest all-rental apartment building in the entire city. The visual wow factor of NEMA Chicago is that its architectural form is composed of 3 distinct structural units that step back sequentially as they rise into the clouds. This brilliant design directly mimics the famous bundled tube logic of the iconic Willis Tower, creating a series of beautiful outdoor terraces for residents. With 800 luxury units and over 70,000 square feet of high-end amenities, the building achieved a prestigious LEED Silver certification. Engineers integrated high-efficiency heat pumps and water-saving plumbing fixtures to drastically cut down the long-term operational costs of managing such a massive vertical community. NEMA Chicago uses a genius design to handle the fierce wind loads of the Windy City, but wait until you hear about number 3, which suffered terrifying mechanical flaws that turned ultra-luxury living into a noisy nightmare. Crossing back toward the Atlantic, we do not land in Manhattan just yet, but right across the river where a new giant has stolen the crown of an entire state. Number 6, the fierce skyscraper height race has officially crossed the Hudson River to Jersey City, where 99 Hudson Street has set an entirely new benchmark for the state of New Jersey. Reaching a monumental height of 900 feet and spanning 79 stories, this building is the undisputed tallest structure in the entire state. Designed by Perkins Eastman, this massive development yields 781 premium condominium unit options, clad in limestone-colored stone and floor-to-ceiling glass. The major human and financial wow factor here is its strategic waterfront positioning, which provides residents with completely unobstructed views of the entire Manhattan skyline. This unique reverse view has become an incredibly valuable marketing asset, allowing buyers to escape the crowded streets of Manhattan while still staring directly at its glittering beauty from across the water. While Jersey City boasts a stunning panoramic view, wait until you see number 2, an impossibly skinny tower that breaks every record for structural slenderness. Diving across the Hudson River and landing directly into the heart of the financial district, we encounter a tower that flips the rules of luxury upside down. Number 5. Standing tall in Lower Manhattan is 125 Greenwich Street, also famously known as the Greenwich by Raphael Vignoli. Reaching 912 feet with 88 stories, this glass tower features beautiful curved glass corners and a highly unique structural core that utilizes 2 I-beam-shaped shear walls. This advanced engineering layout allows for completely open, column-free interior floor plans across its 272 units. The project faced massive financial delays and sales pauses for several years, but a crucial refinancing package cleared the way. Reaching full occupancy in 2026, the building features a radical shift from the typical luxury real estate model. The planners placed the massive amenity spaces at the absolute top of the skyscraper, occupying the 86th through the 88th floors. This means that instead of saving the best views for billionaires and penthouses, every single resident in the building has equal access to the highest, most spectacular views of the Statue of Liberty and One World Trade Center. If you are enjoying this deep dive into the engineering marvels of the sky, kindly like and subscribe to the channel for more incredible structural stories. Moving uptown from the financial center to the elite borders of Central Park, we find a tower that traded modern glass for old-school billionaire elegance. Number 4. This is 220 Central Park South, a 70-story limestone Supertall that stands at 950 feet. While almost all modern residential skyscrapers utilize sleek glass curtain walls, architect Robert A.M. Stern opted for a traditional, prestigious aesthetic by wrapping this structure in genuine Alabama silver shadow limestone. The building is actually a sophisticated complex of two separate structures, featuring an 18-story building known as the Villa and the main 70-story residential tower. The limestone provides excellent thermal mass and connects the building to the historic pre-war apartment structures of the Upper West Side, making it wildly attractive to wealthy domestic buyers. Financially, this tower shattered all expectations, achieving a projected sellout of $3.4 billion. In fact, it holds the absolute record for the most expensive home sale in United States history, where a massive quadplex penthouse sold for approximately $238 million. To achieve this stature on a relatively small parcel of land, developers pushed the boundaries of physics with an extreme slenderness ratio of 1:18. Just blocks away from this limestone fortress stands a geometrically perfect monument that became one of the most controversial shapes in the sky. Number 3. Completed in 2015, 432 Park Avenue completely redefined the Midtown Manhattan skyline by reaching a staggering height of 1,396 feet. Designed by Raphael Vignoli, the tower is famous for its extreme geometric purity, featuring a perfect square footprint of 93 feet by 93 feet and a repetitive grid of massive 10-foot by 10-foot windows. With a mind-bending slenderness ratio of 1:15, the building behaves like a giant cantilevered beam under intense wind loads. To prevent the tower from swaying excessively and causing severe motion sickness for residents, Vignoli incorporated a system where every 12 floors, 2 levels are left completely open and unenclosed. These unique blow-through floors allow powerful winds to pass straight through the structure, significantly reducing the dangerous vortex-shedding pressures. However, despite these engineering innovations, the tower became the subject of intense controversy when residents reported serious mechanical issues, including terrifying elevator malfunctions during high winds and bizarre, loud plumbing noises, proving that even $90 million penthouses are subject to the brutal laws of physics. While the wind tunnels of number 3 cause serious headaches for its wealthy residents, the radical engineering trick used at the base of number 1 is a multi-million-dollar gamble that reshaped the skyline forever. Leaving the perfect square behind, we move to a tower that pushes the absolute mathematical boundaries of what a skyscraper can physically be. Number 2. Rising to a dizzying height of 1,428 feet, with 84 stories, is 111 West 57th Street, also known as the Steinway Tower. This is a breathtaking feat of modern engineering that integrates the historic Steinway Hall at its base. The mind-boggling wow factor here is its width-to-height profile. With a base width of only 60 feet, it features an unprecedented slenderness ratio of 1:24, making it officially the thinnest skyscraper on the entire planet. This is vertical gold for global capital. To make an impossibly thin tower structurally stable, Shopee architects utilized 2 massive concrete shear walls running along the east and west sides, which allowed the north and south facades to be completely made of glass for panoramic views of Central Park. The exterior is covered in a meticulous, shimmering assembly of terracotta and bronze panels, arranged in a staggered pattern that helps break up wind currents. But the real secret weapon hiding at the top is a massive 800-ton tuned mass damper. This giant steel weight moves in direct opposition to the wind, neutralizing the building's sway so residents do not get seasick. With only 60 exclusive single-floor residences, this hyper-luxury tower has a projected sellout of approximately $2 billion. Finally, we ascend to the undisputed king of the clouds, a building that reaches heights once thought completely impossible for a residential structure. Number 1. Standing at a jaw-dropping height of 1,550 feet with 98 stories is Central Park Tower, also known as the Nordstrom Tower. This monolithic structure holds the undisputed title of the tallest residential building in the world and the tallest building by roof height in the entire Western Hemisphere. Located at 225 West 57th Street, it is the ultimate anchor of Manhattan's Billionaires Row. The engineering behind this pinnacle, designed by Adrian Smith and Gordon Gill Architecture, required a complete revolution in high-performance reinforced concrete to withstand the immense wind pressures found nearly a third of a mile in the sky. To answer the open loop from our hook, the most terrifying engineering gamble is its massive 28-foot cantilever that begins 300 feet above street level. Engineers extended the building's weight out over the adjacent Art Students League of New York to ensure that every single upper residential floor has a completely unobstructed, pristine view of Central Park to the north. This entire multi-billion-dollar structure is held perfectly stable by a hyper-dense concrete core with a compressive strength of up to 16,000 pounds per square inch, keeping the 7-story Nordstrom flagship store at the base and the 179 ultra-luxury units above completely safe. If you want to discover more mind-blowing secrets hidden within these massive structures, check out our next deep dive on the top 10 tallest buildings in New York City right now.